So if you don't ask, you don't get. So you need to actually be bold, right? You need to grab your balls and ask for the discount. If you watch a channel, you know that I absolutely hate offering a discount.
If you're thinking about starting a pressure washing business, but you want to learn more about the equipment, mixing chemicals, how to clean every surface on a residential job site, property protection, and much, much more, check out the How to Wash course. It'll be the first link in the comment section and the description.
You want to make more profit in your business? I know that is a stupid question, but I had to start the video with something, and that was it. So I talk to people all the time about how to increase profits, whether that is targeting the right people, increasing your pricing, scaling your business when the time is right. And those are all surefire ways to increase your bottom line. And while I preach that a great way to increase your profit is to grow the business, close more sales at higher prices, increase your lead flow with your marketing, but there is something that I have never really talked about on the channel, and it's the flip side. It is the expense side. And so that's what we're going to talk about today, because the great thing is when you go to work on your expenses, any savings that you capture, it's instant, right? They happen right away. And secondly, they are actually going to pay you over and over again and again. So we do the hard work now, but you know that the savings are going to pay off for many, many months and many, many years to come. So we're going to talk about 3 things to consider that are going to help you on the expense side of your business and potentially save you a bunch of money and increase your bottom line. And if you don't currently have something that is helping you keep track of all your expenses so you can track them, manage them, and in this case, hopefully cut some, check out Quote IQ. We built an expense tracker that allows you not only to capture your daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly expenses, which allow you to manage your business more intelligently and make smart decisions, but you can also use all of that expense data in our hourly rate calculator to help you determine how much you need to make per hour to break even, and then you can add in your profit margin to determine your target hourly rate. This is just one of the many features that's going to help you control your business and help you grow. We're also giving away a Ford Ranger and a Southeast Soft Wash skid to a premium or platinum subscriber at the end of the month. So check it out. It's on the App Store. It's on the Google Play Store. So go see for yourself why Quote IQ is the fastest growing CRM for the service industry. Okay, so the first thing is you need to review your expenses. I want you to ask yourself and be honest, when was the last time that you sat down and you reviewed the expenses in your business? I bet you will be amazed at how many expenses that can just creep up, they add up. And I'm sure there are a lot of things that you spend money on in the past that may not be essential to your business right now. And if you haven't done this for like the last 6 to 12 months, then sit down, take a look at your expenses in your CRM, or print out a profit and loss report and just look at where your money is actually going. One of the guys in the inner circle, he just posted recently in the group that one of his missions during the off season, he's from up north, so he had some downtime, was to dig into his expenses, really dissect his P&L and see where he could cut, right? He knew that there was expenses. He knew there was fluff. He knew there was fat in his business and he wanted to get rid of it. And the crazy thing, he found over $450 per month of bullshit that he was able to cut. There were some subscriptions, some apps that he wasn't using anymore, little things like that that added up. And if you think about it, $450 per month, that's like almost $5,500 a year, right? That's significant. And if you continually do this throughout, the course of a year, you're going to be able to basically make sure that you're staying lean, you're staying mean, and you're running your business as tight as you can. And I'm sure that there are things like this in your own business that you could improve on, right? Things that you could cut. In fact, one of the things that I like to do is I like to play the game of 10%. So what I do is I get the profit and loss out and I see how I can reduce my expenses by 10%. That's an extra 10% profit on my bottom line, which brings me to the second point, which is to negotiate. So if you don't ask, you don't get. So you need to actually be bold, right? You need to grab your balls and ask for the discount. If you watch a channel, you know that I absolutely hate offering a discount. I hate when a customer asks for a discount, but I am 100% not opposed to asking for a discount in my own business because it's going to benefit me. And so, yeah, I am the pot and I am calling the kettle black, and it is what it is, but that is how I play the game. And I suggest you ask for the discount as well, especially if it can save you a couple points, right? All of that stuff adds up over time. It's an accumulation of savings that you're stupid if you don't ask for. Case in point, I've got a buddy who is a fencing contractor. He has built a good business, but when he first started out, he didn't, just like all of us, we weren't buying a lot. We didn't have any buying power. but he does now. He's built his business up and it's pretty significant, right? He's done a great job here in Savannah. He's got a ton of customers. And we were just having this very conversation about 3 weeks ago about expenses and about negotiating and about trying to, maximize every dollar in our business. And I said to him, are you still buying from the same company? And I'm not going to say who it was. And he's like, yeah, I am. And I was like, are they giving you any kind of breaks now that you've been, you're spending a ton more money? And he said, no, I really haven't asked. And I said, dude, go in there tomorrow, ask the question. The worst they can say is no. And if they say no, find somebody else and let them know that, right? Like, you've got a little bit of buying power now. They want you, they need you. And so use that to your advantage. His volume justified the question, at least. So he did, and he got what he asked for. And the takeaway is it's all about asking. The thing is, it all adds up. And if you can shave 0.5%, 2%, 5%, or even 10% like he did off of your costs, it's going to go straight to your bottom line. So there is absolutely no harm. There is no shame. There is no dishonor in asking for the discount, but don't ask me for a discount. But I'm only kidding. So the third area where we can often save money is by proactively managing our costs in our businesses. You see, oftentimes expense wastage comes from poor planning or poor management. I remember a few years ago when I had my landscaping business, what would happen is we'd forget stuff on the job, right? So we would end up having to send the guys down to Ace or to Home Depot, and this cost us time. It cost me money because we were now paying retail prices rather than a better rate that we could have if we had managed properly, and we would have ordered from a wholesaler or one of our distributors. So one of the ways that we were able to improve our expenses was actually to put checklists in place and improve job management and inventories. That way, we weren't incurring unnecessary costs on site, just doing things right the first time, managing the business. They have a huge impact on your expenses. And if you've got some way to track this stuff, if you've got checklists in place, I highly encourage you to use them. And if you're not, go ahead, put them in place because they're going to make a difference. Okay, so bottom line here is tracking expenses is key. Proactively monitoring and managing the expense side of the profit equation is going to keep your business as lean as possible, and you're going to maximize your profit. So remember those 3 steps that we talked about earlier. First is to review your expenses. Play the 10% game like I do. Then go to work and negotiate, remembering that if you don't ask, you ain't going to get it. And the final one is proactively manage your cost and your expenses. Have checklists. Keep yourself accountable. And if you do these things, you're going to be running a much more profitable business without having to increase the sales, increase your marketing, increase your close ratio, and the best of all, go straight to your bottom line immediately. Okay, so that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you've got any questions, leave them down below. If you got some comments, I'd love to hear them. And don't forget to check out Quote IQ. We are giving away a truck and a skid, and we're doing that at the end of the month. So if you want to win, you got to be a premium. You got to be a platinum subscriber of Quote IQ, the fastest growing CRM in the service industry. Go download it today. Thanks again for watching. Have a good one.